once a week Duke alumni come back to campus and talk about their experiences working in creative industries. We're currently in the NASHER Museum of Arts, and we're about to head to a conversation hosted by the Duke alumni, and after that we're going to have a reception where we get to meet and talk to them and share our experiences and listen what their life has been like after Duke.
Back then I knew that I wanted to be a journalist, but I couldn't quite envision how to make that happen and sort of see what route I would take. I had so many questions. First off, how I would get my first job, what my potential first employer would be looking for, and how I would manage to put those things together and give myself an edge to get that first job. So a DEMAN weekend at that time would have been priceless to help me answer many of those questions.
Anyways, I'm not really clear what I want to do until second semester senior year. I take this marketing course and it's like this light bulb goes off. And for the first time in my life, honestly, I actually care about the work. I care about the studies. I want to read the book. I want to understand the knowledge, not because there's a test, but because I really want to understand it and know it. And so that sets me off on this course that says marketing is what you want to do. The long story short, the way that I would say is Duke is, I was telling people today earlier, I think the job is to be directionally accurate. It is fundamentally impossible to know what you want to do or be at 18, 19, 20, 21, 30. But what Duke gave me was that direction. And from there, I've been just getting tighter and tighter and tighter every time. And so very happy in the place where I am today.
When I was a student here, when I was approaching graduation, I basically remember thinking, like, I don't really want to leave, like maybe like never. I loved it here, I loved school, and I was like, I don't know what I love, like I know I love it here, that's what I know. So I literally was like, but I gotta leave, they're gonna kick me out, so I better figure something out. I ended up moving to San Francisco basically with a friend because she had a room in an apartment that I could live in. I mean, it was literally like I just was going however was the best course that at the time. If someone said, what would you like to do in 5 years? I was like, I don't have a clue. I really did a lot of exploration to get where I am. And I feel like there are all different kinds of paths that you can take, and none are right and none are wrong. But what's interesting is that I came to my job at I guess I was like 27 years old with some really different experience under my belt. And I think that that is valuable, in its own way.
Well, I followed my 10-year-old self, so. And it may have been actually the 6-year-old self. And I will say it's interesting because it was entertainment that influenced my decision to be a lawyer. It was the Perry Mason show, and I wanted a lawyer suit, so it was entertainment and fashion. He convinced me that I should join the record company, and it's funny to think that, I paused, but it was because it wasn't what I thought my career was supposed to be. But I learned that we just have ideas of what we want. It's only in exploration that we come to discover what we don't want. That's really the only thing you know, is what you don't want. And by getting closer and understanding what you don't want, you get closer to what you want. The music business, it was a business in which my culture, my voice mattered. Who I was, it connected with the artists that we were doing deals with. Who I was, it connected with the owner of that particular record company who we wanted to do a deal with. Who I was, I could help someone understand these lyrics. And again, who I was had value.
I think equally important is mentors and sponsors, right? Mentors are the people that say, hey, when you go on stage, make sure this is tight, make sure you're good, coaches you through. The sponsors are the people who actually help you get on stage. And so never in my life have I applied to a job and gotten a job through a black box. Every job I've gotten is because someone knew me and knew what I brought to the table.
Later in my career, that idea of having a boss who I think sees that you are willing to do anything, that you will put yourself out there, that you are, really particularly engaged and also can help them in a way that they need help, and so then they feel like they can also then help you. Because it really is definitely a two-way street. You create mentorship also by the way that you conduct yourself in your career.
Keynote event, we got to talk to alumni, we got to hang out with fellow Duke students, and it was just very interesting to see how people just chose their different pathways after Duke, and I just loved how diverse it was in there, in the museum, and the atmosphere was absolutely amazing. In the keynote conversation, Dutavia said that it's very important to have fire in your eyes, and I think we saw a lot of fire in every student's eyes, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I'm very happy that we got to be here.